challenges for an intrapreneur are equivalent to what an entrepreneur is. We're talking about one and a half of the same, where you've got an individual that is taking risk career-wise, taking risks professionally, business-wise, capital-wise. With an entrepreneur, what ends up happening is you have those similar types of risks, but you also have the organizational risk. You need to be able to do what you do well, your product, your service, and you need to be able to get buy-in from an organization. And if that organization isn't supportive of you and your product or your service and your vision, it's not going to be successful regardless of how good you are. But on the same token, you really have to give a lot of gratitude to an organization that also sees it for you because they're taking risks to embrace what you have. Because Gibbons had new leadership. Patrick Dunnican, who had just recently become the managing partner, knocked on my door, and he was also a law school classmate of mine. He went to Seton Hall. One of the beautiful things of Seton Hall is that that's the benefit that you have, is that you forge these wonderful relationships and they go forward. He saw a vision for Gibbons. He was given the mantle to move it forward and said, hey, we're trying to restructure the corporate department. What do you think? At the time I said, it doesn't make any, why would I do that? I have a lot to risk, to lose. And then I saw where the marketplace was going, so time went on. And I saw there was a need for sophisticated corporate lawyering, complex, not just at the high end, bulge bracket end, but also at the middle market, medium-sized businesses. And by that could be anywhere from 10 million in revenue to 250 million in revenue. Deal size could be from a couple of $1 million to $500 million. Those are middle market related projects. They were going to the bulge bracket firms. They weren't staffed properly. They weren't led properly. You didn't have the same legal talent. And I said, hey, there's an opportunity to pivot it there. Let's get similarly situated, like-minded individuals to join me, and let's restructure corporate at Gibbons, and more importantly, have the brand of the Gibbons brand, and let's see where it goes. And lo and behold, 14 years later, we've really established ourselves as a go-to, complex, sophisticated law firm in the corporate department. And we can do transactions with any law firm in our subject matter. There's no one that's better. And most of the times, we're a lot more nimbler, efficient, and effective because we've all come from the large, multinational law firm before they came to Gibbons. The folks on my team have led things such as the privatization of the New Jersey State Lottery. We have led the divestiture of UMDNJ in New Jersey. We have also led the privatization of Monmouth Park and the Meadowlands Racetrack and others. That highly sophisticated, unique, very complicated. My team was able to excel on that. Cross-border, we had a cross-border practice, still do. We expanded it. We have many attorneys at the firm that are fluent in multiple languages and can transact business in multiple languages. And to do that, you need a strong tax department, you need a securities department, and you need good corporate lawyering. My nuclear family, that came here, didn't have much financially, but were smart and hardworking and committed to getting things done. So that's a value system. And once you have that value system, you're grounded. And then you sprinkle in education, which was always a paramount concern for my dad in particular, my mom, but in particular my dad, so that everyone had to go to school and go to graduate school, okay? And then so what you have is a commitment to integrity, hard work, resourcefulness, and fear of failure is something that is critically important. Otherwise, you don't take it seriously. If you're an entrepreneur, you're in a large organization, you're providing some value to that enterprise. So to do that, you need work experience. First and foremost, you need subject matter expertise. From that, now you need to be able to ensure that you can communicate and you can get along and establish relationships. And you can't do it all yourself, nor do you want to do it all yourself. You want to be able to have the personality and the desire and the wherewithal to work with other people. You need to get along with people because at the end of the day, you're in an organization. More likely than not, you're not the ultimate decision maker. You have influence and you can make decisions, but you need to get buy-in. So being able to get along with people, understand how organizations work, teamwork, you're working with other individuals is incredibly important. It's critically important. Again, you go back to your value system and your family system and where you came from, and it's an appreciation of what you have. That sense of purpose and giving back is important. You can do it in a large organization like Seton Hall and at the Stillman School. I'm proud, one of the most proud things that I've done. Or you can do it in less prominent positions, which I find probably more rewarding when I'm able to help individuals on a one-by-one basis. My two children, Nick and Maddie, both at Boston College, when they were there, and obviously a lot of great things to keep yourself occupied in addition to academics, they both volunteered at the campus school, which was an organization there devoted to nonverbal children. And they spent 3 to 4 years of their time at Boston College volunteering there. And it gives you a sense of purpose, but more importantly, it grounds you. And with respect to Maddie, we would run half marathons as fundraisers for the campus school. And there's probably nothing more rewarding than, having these children that you raise money for and you're racing for showing up at the race in either the wheelchair or in some other sort of aid, unable to speak, but, clapping their hands and excited for you.